here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Falcons grab it. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Samson Abukum in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack, Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle and, frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hardy. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Freeman. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons have broken our tie. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and they will take. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Wilson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Being chased out left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And no, it's incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
49 for Mike, 49 for Mike. You. Motion. 49's the Mike. Hopper. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, check 24.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 79 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
45. Mike, 40. Guys, listen. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got?
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
12. Here we go, D.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, Carson. And a short gain here down to the 22. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Completes it to Dixon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. He can't get him down. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. 3rd down here.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
What? 380! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, look. 36 power.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. And how about that? He missed it. Won't matter much in the final shakedown, but a bizarre way to end this victory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.